Hey everybody, this is Tea Time with the Diva. Grab your tea, grab your coffee, because we're going to get into it. This tea time is dedicated to Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine. All I can say is, you know what? One day you're on the right side of the coin, and the other day you're on the wrong side of the coin. Well, Dr. Jackie, I think she's always been nice nasty. That's just my thoughts. You can have yours, right? Always been nice nasty. Always was kind of the chick that would throw a rock and then hide her hands. Well, everybody has their day. Yes, you do. Everybody has their day. So Dr. Jackie recently did, a segment with the VP of the United States of America talking about, how pretty much black patients, but they was focusing on maternity, are not heard when they go to the doctor. The doctor kind of brushes off their pains, don't look at their blood work the same, don't treat them the same. And most certainly, if you a black patient that comes in with Medicare or Medicaid, good luck. Uh, Good luck, because some doctors, I feel personally, might even treat you a little bit worse because you don't have the proper insurance that they like for you to have. I'm not saying it's so with everybody, but I'm saying a lot of people get treated differently, right? So where you have that, unfortunately, in America, still because of the color of our skin, people discriminate against us in the workplace. When we go shopping in the stores, they follow us around. And this is not everybody, but y'all get the conversation I'm trying to have. Now we can't even go to the doctor without the doctors giving us the side eye just because of the color of our skin. So then we feel happy when we find a doctor that looks like us. Because we thinking out of all the doctors in the world, most certainly you looking like me can understand. You're going to hear my cries. You're going to hear me talk. And maybe we're a little dramatic and overly sensitive because of all we've been through, because of how much we had to always hold stuff in. But now we think we got somebody look like us and we can woosah, bring it out and bring it down and let it out. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see you. Because I've been to 17 doctors and no one has heard my back hurt, my side hurt, my leg hurt. I can't see out of one eye. And then it's disappointing when you, our own kind, feel the same way as the others, that we're dramatic, we complain, aka we lie, because that's pretty much what we're saying. We're liars. And any word that come out our mouth is not to be trusted. So Dr. Jackie, as a result of a clip coming up that was 2 years ago of her saying, you know what, that we're dramatic, black woman, and we complain a lot, and we just complain so we can get out of working during our pregnancy. Dr. Jackie didn't walk back her comments. She didn't apologize. She said, we heard it wrong. We took it wrong. So pretty much she's saying, I said what I said, and y'all misunderstood what I said because the clip was 2 hours and y'all saw a clip. Here's the thing. It could be a 2-hour clip. But if I call somebody a B in a 2-hour clip, does it matter what became before it or after I called them a B? I mean, you can't remix what I called the person, right? If I do a 2-hour video and I call you stupid, how do I remix that? Well, Dr. Jackie, I think she's playing with head games with us, but again, that's me. And I think sometimes people feel because they have a certain level of education, everybody else underneath them don't know a darn thing. I know some very well self-educated people, never got a degree from any institution of higher learning, but they could rock their world and your world with the information and the things that they know. 100%. And some of them actually know more than the people who actually have the degree. And quiet as is kept, can I give y'all some information? Now, a lot of these degrees you can get online. And some of these people, they're not even doing their own online degrees. They got other people doing it for them. So what does these degrees really mean? But anywho, let's hear Dr. Jackie in her own words. Give me 1 second.
She said this herself.
Hold on 1 second. Let me. Okay. I want
Right.
to skip.
Something.
Oh, that's not where I want to skip.
She said this herself.
I want to go here. Because Buffy is
I was like,
I want to go remind you of her words.
Sometimes, as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem. Some African American women, we're
the wealthiest.
And Buffy, you can relate. You're infirm.
For real? You just told all of these people that she infirm? Did they just have a conversation and Jackie, she gave you the okay to tell the whole damn room? Oh my God.
And
A lot of people felt like that was nothing. Even her own co-workers thought it was a lot. Now, Jackie, after she made that statement, she clearly said, African American woman, stop being so dramatic. I'm paraphrasing here. Tell your doctor the truth when you go to them. Or else, when something really happens, we're going to think you crying wolf. We're going to hear Dr. Jackie's rebuttal to that statement right after this. All right, guys, I'm going to share screen. Okay, thanks to the Jasmine brand here, collecting all the information and getting it together. Married to Medicine star Dr. Jackie responds at the clip resurfaces of her claiming medical experts have a hard time believing pregnant Black woman. She didn't just say people in general. She said the pregnant Black woman. She said we dramatic, we're over the top, we're messy. When I had my son, I only had one. First of all, I didn't know until later on. Not that it matters, but I just didn't know that's what they considered. I had my son at 35, and they call that a geriatric pregnancy. And I had something called HELP syndrome, HEELP. Look it up. It's very dangerous, right? Didn't even know I had it. Matter of fact, they call it the silent killer. My feet were swollen. I did have a Black doctor. My feet were swollen. And I worked up the weekend at the time I was working in the hospital, the weekend before I was supposed to work that weekend. And then I was going to be out. I think they give you 6 weeks or whatever. I don't remember, right? My son is already 18 now. But so I was supposed to work that last weekend, and then I would have been off for my, before you have the baby maternity leave, right? So I say all that to say I pretty much worked up to the bitter end, even though my feet were swollen and I was standing doing 12-hour shifts, right? And it's like, it's hard to even want to address some things with doctors sometimes because mentalities as such, right? That Black people, Black women, like just in general, were complainers with this and that and that. And the reason why I really have a problem with this is because there's a narrative out there already about Black people being dramatic, right? Being loud, being animated. So to add this coming from a professional, it's, you know, it's disturbing, it's heart-wrenching, right? And no matter how you want to spin it, and Dr. Jackie could be an amazing doctor. I will never take that away from her. I don't know her, never used her as a medical professional, right? Only see her TV personality. But with that being said, I think it was still reckless. And when I say reckless, I mean reckless to say such a thing. And you didn't just say people in general, you labeled it Black pregnant women. And that's like a big wow, right? So social media users accuse Married to Medicine star Dr. Jackie of failing to take accountability with statement released at the clip resurfaces of her claiming medical experts have a hard time believing Black women. And when we go through her statement, oh, she absolutely did. Okay, so Dr. Jackie Waters has finally entered the chat. The Married to Medicine stars issued a statement on Thursday, December 21st, addressing the backlash she's been receiving after a 2-year-old clip of her she clearly said it, right? That pregnant Black women cry wolf and are overly dramatic, and it resurfaced. So Dr. Jackie Waters said recently a clip from a nearly 2-hour video was taken out of context to make it appear that one somehow take lightly what I have advocated for concerning the devastating problem facing Black maternal health crisis. It has been my life's work to highlight and attempt to rectify the issues that devastatingly impact Black maternal mothers versus our counterparts. So see, here's the thing. You're a professional doing reality TV. And I ain't mad at you. Get your check, okay? Get your check. And everybody should have multiple streams of income. But because you are held to a higher standard and you got more to lose, you can't be reckless with your mouth when you're on this reality show, you know, for clicks and views. You got to know how to balance that thing out because it could come back to bite you. So recently, a clip from a nearly 2-hour video was taken out of context to make it appear that I somehow take lightly what I've advocated for concerning the devastating problem facing the Black maternal health crisis. It has been my life's work to highlight and attempt to rectify the issues that devastatingly impact Black maternal mothers versus our counterparts. As a physician, I educate my parents every day to be their own best health advocate. As we continue to face medical mistreatment and gaslighting, my intention with the broader conversation was to ensure patients enter their pregnancies armed with information and tools to effectively communicate their needs with their doctors to ensure a positive outcome. So on that note, it should be like, tell your doctor everything and let them determine that's a normal pain, that's the baby kicking, or maybe the baby's laying on your bladder or on your side or on your back, and they will try to give you some tips to do that. But you don't call people dramatic and then expect them to feel comfortable going to their doctor and telling them their doctor everything. The reason I became an OBGYN is because growing up, I saw such a lack of diversity amongst medical professionals and was determined to be part of the change. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, I will continue to fight for the lives of Black mothers and babies. Dr. Jackie Waters. So she never apologized for what she said. And that's why people are saying this is a BS statement. She continued, as a physician, I educate. Well, I read that to you, okay? As previously reported, several people, including Married to Medicine star Buffy Purcell. Well, you know, Buffy is still stinking hot, smoky piss with Jackie, right? I didn't play Buffy's statements for a lot of reasons. I understand what happened to Buffy. I'm definitely not discounting what happened to Buffy, but what I need for Buffy to do is heal from this. Because in her statement, and you could go to, I think that's on the Neighborhood Talk to see that clip. In that statement, Buffy talks about how Dr. Jackie is getting paid all this money to be on a show and she's not doing anything. Buffy got to let that go. You know, that's Dr. Jackie's on the platform. How much she gets paid on that platform is how much she gets paid. That is her opportunity. I'm not mad at none of that. I'm mad at the statement that Dr. Jackie made and how harmful it is to the Black community and Black women. Especially if you go back on my channel, I'm gonna learn how to, when on this break here, I'm gonna try to learn how to put an old video like in a forecast so you could click on it. But I had did a trending topics, and in that trending topics, I talked about Judge Hatchett's daughter-in-law. Now, because everybody wants to deal with your economic level, which, that's a whole nother story in and of itself. But I'm just trying to tell you that Judge Hatchett, daughter-in-law, educated woman, her son is educated, the daughter-in-law was educated, and how when she was in the hospital having her second child, the doctors ignored the cries of her husband, saying something wasn't right, of her not even looking right, and of Judge Hatchett saying something is wrong. By the time they took this young mother to the OR, she died. She died. And that's why I'm saying these statements from Dr. Jackie is reckless, because you can go and look, and there's so many Black moms, some of them at the hands of Black doctors, who have lost their lives and the lives of their unborn child because their cries were not being heard, or by the time somebody paid attention, it was too late. I did a story on trending topics one day too, and I gotta look to see what's the update on that story, where the young lady was giving birth, and the doctor literally decapitated the baby. This was a Black OBGYN. It's like, what do we do as Black patients? Who can we trust? Who is going to advocate for us and be on our side? During the initial conversations which she had with co-star Dr. Heavenly Kines, Dr. Jackie said, I played her stuff back again, but I'll say this. Sometimes as African-American women, we're a bit more dramatic. And how does she know? Did she do a study and that compared African Americans, or is she just going by the patients that come in her office versus non-African American women and how they respond during their pregnancy? And maybe we're more dramatic because when we say something, it's not being heard. But when the others say something, you're like, oh, sure, I'll write a script. You stay home, put your feet up, relax. It's interesting. She had this season, because she's taking care of the brat, and while she was pregnant, she actually told the brat, you need to stop working. This thing is so loaded. It's so loaded. I could be on here for hours breaking this thing down for you, but y'all get what I'm saying. The brat who has money, who said, I want to continue working, she told her out of her own mouth, if you're watching this season, you need to slow down. You need to stop working. And her wife, the brat's wife, Judy, told her, yeah, you need to stop. So here's somebody that is not even asking you. You telling them they need to stop, but the person that asks you, you're like, oh, you're dramatic and you're complaining and you need to go to work. And in that, you go to the doctor and complain, and you complain, and you complain, and you're not taken seriously because you cried wolf their entire pregnancy. She continued, as African-American woman, we also want to make sure you're being serious with your doctor, not playing the game so you can take off work. Because then we see you 25 times in a pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem. How is it hard to believe? Don't you know how to assess, diagnose, and take some blood work and some vital signs to determine what's real versus maybe what's not so real, according to medical documentation? But you also told during, training that what's going on is what the patient say. If I say I'm in pain, I'm in pain. Well, she has now published a statement on social media. Social media users aren't pleased and have accused her of not taking responsibility. One ex-user said she should have ran this draft through a PR team. I agree. It only acknowledges the video, doesn't take any accountability in her words, no apology, nothing. Uncle Johnny's hymnline, heated. She should have ran this draft through a team. It only acknowledges the video. Oh, I read that one, right? Okay. Somebody said zero accountability. Another person said she takes zero accountability for the stuff she does, and I don't like that. Another person wrote she takes zero accountability for her own offensive and hurtful words to millions of Black women. She said, I don't see how anyone can defend her, especially when she's not contrite for her own words. Damn, I thought she would have apologized. She basically gave y'all the Buffy treatment. Received, I apologize, done with it. A lot of y'all are saying this is a terrible apology. Did I miss where she said sorry, LOL? So Auntie at Dr. Heavenly, where's the accountability in Jackie's statement? Since we've been riding cars back about accountability, oh my gosh. On her back. Now Jackie, this little letter does don't address what the F you said that's going viral. I didn't see her apologize for her regretful words. Somehow we are the ones who didn't hear what we heard, right? Somebody said, typical textbook Jackie, hashtag married to medicine. I done what? Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments. And when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. What do you think about Dr. Jackie and her apology? That wasn't an apology. It was an epic fail. And I do agree, she should have ran it by a PR person first. And if she did, fire that PR person, because they are a hot mess. Now, listen, guys, how do you feel about this statement? What are your thoughts? Chat with me and I will chat back when I get an opportunity. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget, chat with me in the comments. I'll chat back and I'll see you in the next video.